As the gentle dusk begins to paint the sky with hues of lavender and rose, a profound sense of tranquility often descends upon the world, a quiet invitation to stillness. It's in these moments, as the day's vibrant energies slowly recede, that our minds, too, seek a return to peace, a soft harbor away from the bustling shores of wakefulness. And it is here, in this tender transition, that the concept of whispering Willow Manga scrolls truly begins to unfurl, not just as an idea, but as a tender embrace for the soul, a soothing balm for the weary spirit seeking calm, and the elusive gift of deep, restorative sleep. Imagine, if you will, a collection of stories, woven not merely with words, but with the very essence of nature's most comforting sounds, all exquisitely illustrated in the soft, flowing artistry of manga. Each scroll a journey, each panel a whisper, each sound a pathway to serenity. The journey into the Whispering Willow Manga scrolls begins with the understanding that our connection to nature is primal, deeply embedded within the fabric of our being. Long before the advent of artificial lights and the incessant hum of modern life, our ancestors found solace and rhythm in the natural world. The gentle patter of rain against a leaf, the soft sigh of wind through ancient trees, the rhythmic lapping of water against a shore, these were not merely background noises, but integral components of existence, signals of safety, continuity, and the endless cycle of life. It's this profound, almost ancestral memory of peace that these scrolls aim to reawaken, to gently coax the modern mind back to its inherent state of calm. The manga art style, with its often fluid lines, expressive characters, and evocative landscapes, becomes the perfect visual companion to this auditory journey, translating the ethereal beauty of nature's whispers into a tangible, visual narrative. Picture a scroll titled Rainfall Reverie. As you slowly unroll it, the first panel might depict a young character, perhaps a thoughtful student, gazing out a window, rain gently streaking the glass. The accompanying soundscape would immediately introduce the soft, persistent tap-tap-tap of raindrops, a symphony of 1,000 tiny drums on various surfaces. The narrative might not be spoken words, but rather a sequence of images that tell a story of introspection, of finding comfort in the shelter, of the world outside being cleansed and renewed. The sound would subtly shift as the story progresses, perhaps moving from a light drizzle to a steady shower, then to the comforting drip from eaves, each sonic texture carefully layered to enhance the visual storytelling. You might see a close-up of a leaf, glistening with droplets, followed by a wide shot of a misty forest, its trees drinking deeply. The manga's visual narrative here isn't about grand action or dramatic dialogue. It's about mood, atmosphere, and the gentle unfolding of moments, perfectly synchronized with the evolving rain sounds. The characters within these panels become conduits for the reader's own feelings, mirroring the quiet contentment that a rainy day often brings, inviting a release of tension, a surrender to the present moment. Consider another scroll, Forest Breeze Lullaby. This one might open with illustrations of sun-dappled pathways winding through an ancient, moss-covered forest. The accompanying sounds would be the soft, whispering rustle of leaves, a gentle symphony created by the wind weaving its way through the canopy. You'd hear the distinct creak of old branches, the subtle sway of tall grasses, and perhaps the distant hoot of an owl barely perceptible, adding to the depth of the nocturnal forest ambience. The manga panels would show characters moving slowly, contemplatively, perhaps a wise elder and a curious child walking hand in hand, absorbing the forest's quiet wisdom. Their expressions would be serene, reflecting the deep peace found in such a sacred space. The visual details would be exquisite, sunlight filtering through individual leaves, the texture of bark, the gentle undulation of shadows. This isn't just a story, it's an immersive experience designed to slow the heart rate, to smooth the jagged edges of a busy day. The wind sounds would ebb and flow, never jarring, always harmonious like a natural breath, guiding the listener towards a state of profound relaxation. It's about feeling the presence of the forest, the ancient, enduring strength of the trees, and letting their quiet wisdom seep into your own restless mind. The beauty of the manga format, especially in this context, lies in its ability to convey subtle emotions and atmospheres without relying heavily on dialogue. Expressive eyes, nuanced body language, and carefully rendered backgrounds speak volumes. When combined with perfectly synchronized nature sounds, the experience transcends mere reading. It becomes a multisensory journey into tranquility. The goal is to create a seamless, hypnotic flow that encourages the mind to detach from its everyday worries and drift into a state conducive to calm and eventually, sleep. The art style itself is often characterized by clean lines, dynamic compositions, and a strong emphasis on visual storytelling, making it an ideal medium for this unique blend of auditory and visual therapy. The specific aesthetic choices, whether they lean towards a more traditional ink wash feel or a softer, watercolor-like rendering, would be carefully curated to enhance the calming effect, avoiding anything overly stimulating or jarring. Each scroll is a carefully crafted sanctuary, a mental retreat. Ocean Waves Dreamscape could be a particularly powerful scroll for promoting sleep. Imagine opening it to a spread of a moonlit beach, soft waves gently breaking on the shore under a vast, star-strewn sky. The soundscape would begin with the deep, resonant rumble of distant waves, gradually building to the steady, rhythmic whoosh and sigh of water receding and advancing. The visual narrative might follow a lone figure sitting on the sand, contemplatively watching the horizon, or perhaps a small boat gently bobbing on the water. The monochromatic beauty of moonlight on water, the shimmering reflections, the subtle movements of the sand with each wave, all these visual cues would work in concert with the hypnotic rhythm of the ocean. The sounds are not static. They breathe just like the ocean itself, sometimes a little stronger, sometimes softer, but always maintaining that reassuring pulse. This natural rhythm has a profound effect on our own biological rhythms, gently nudging our brains into alpha and theta wave states, the precursors to deep sleep. The character in the manga could be a metaphor for the reader, letting go, surrendering to the vastness and the peace of the sea, allowing anxieties to be washed away with the tide. The deliberate choice of manga scrolls itself evokes a sense of ancient wisdom and thoughtful engagement. Unlike a fast-paced digital feed, the act of slowly unrolling a physical scroll, or even simulating that experience digitally, encourages a slower pace, a more deliberate immersion. It's an antidote to the rapid consumption of information that often characterizes our days. Each panel can be savored, each sound allowed to fully resonate. This unhurling of the narrative, both visually and audibly, is central to the calming experience. It teaches the mind to slow down, to observe, to simply be in the moment, rather than constantly anticipating the next one. The texture of the imagined paper, the slight scent of ink, even these tactile suggestions contribute to the overall sensory richness of the experience, drawing the user deeper into the tranquil world within the scroll. The Whispering Willow part of the name further emphasizes this gentle, almost secretive quality. A willow tree, often depicted as graceful and flowing, with its branches dipping low, evokes a sense of quiet resilience and nurturing shade. Its leaves whisper secrets in the wind, a perfect metaphor for the subtle, soothing sounds contained within these scrolls. It's a place of shelter, of reflection, a silent confidant for weary minds. The name itself is a carefully chosen invitation, suggesting a peaceful refuge, a secret garden of sound and imagery where one can truly unwind. The imagery of willows is also deeply ingrained in many cultures as symbols of flexibility, healing, and growth, all qualities that align perfectly with the intention behind these calming scrolls. One could imagine a scroll dedicated solely to Birdsong Dawn Chorus. As the user begins to engage, the manga panels might slowly brighten, depicting the transition from the deep blues of pre-dawn to the soft pastels of sunrise over a tranquil landscape. The soundscape would begin with the earliest, most tentative calls of birds, perhaps a robin's first cheerful chirps, gradually joined by a chorus of various species, the fluting notes of a thrush, the cheerful trills of finches, the gentle cooing of doves. The visuals would reflect this awakening: dew-kissed spiderwebs, blossoms unfurling, sleepy animals stirring. While a dawn chorus might typically signify awakening, within the context of these sleep scrolls, it could be used as a gentle transition into sleep, a reminder of the peaceful rhythm of the natural world that continues even as we rest. Or it could be a scroll designed for those who wake early and wish to ease back into a calm state or drift back to sleep. The slow, gradual increase in complexity and volume of the birdsong, before it gently fades, acts as a natural, non-jarring progression, mirroring the cyclical nature of day and night. The meticulous rendering of each bird, their subtle movements, and the vibrant hues of a new day would provide a beautiful counterpoint to the layered auditory experience. The creation of these soundscapes is an art form in itself. It involves not just recording natural sounds, but carefully curating, mixing, and layering them to create a rich, immersive, and non-repetitive auditory experience. The sounds must loop seamlessly, without jarring transitions, and maintain a consistent quality that never becomes distracting. It's about achieving a sense of presence without demanding active listening. The sounds are there to be felt, to be absorbed, to create an enveloping atmosphere that gently guides the mind away from conscious thought. Careful attention would be paid to avoiding any sudden, sharp, or alarming sounds, ensuring that the sound environment remains consistently soothing. This meticulous attention to detail ensures that the auditory component is as polished and intentional as the visual narrative. The concept extends beyond mere background noise. It's about narrative resonance. The manga panels provide a gentle anchor for the mind, a visual story to follow without requiring intense cognitive effort. If the mind wanders, it can return to the tranquil scenes, the flowing river, the swaying trees, the starlit sky, and be guided back to the soothing sounds. This dual approach of subtle visual storytelling and immersive sound design addresses different cognitive pathways, making the experience more robust and effective for promoting relaxation. The visual narrative gives the wandering mind something soft to land on, preventing it from spiraling into anxious thoughts. It's like having a gentle guide leading you through a peaceful landscape, both seen and heard. Imagine a specific narrative within one of these scrolls, perhaps centered around a mountain spring journey. The opening panels might show a small, clear stream beginning its descent from high in the mountains. The sound would be the delicate tinkling and gurgling of fresh water over smooth stones, a pure, pristine sound. As the scroll unfolds, the stream might widen, the sounds deepening to a gentle rush, passing through ancient valleys adorned with unique flora and fauna, all depicted in the exquisite manga style. Perhaps a wise old character is seen drinking from the spring, or a young adventurer pauses to meditate beside it. The journey of the water becomes a metaphor for the journey of life, or perhaps the journey towards inner peace, each visual and auditory shift marking a progression deeper into tranquility. The sounds of the stream would have varying intensities, from soft trickles to more pronounced flows, never becoming overwhelming, always maintaining their serene quality. The artistic rendering of light reflecting off the water, the intricate patterns of ripples, and the verdant life surrounding the spring would enhance this sense of natural beauty and renewal. The absence of dialogue is a deliberate and crucial design choice. Words, even calming ones, can sometimes engage the analytical part of the brain, the very part we aim to quiet before sleep. By relying solely on visual narrative and nature sounds, the whispering Willow Manga scrolls bypass this analytical filter, allowing the experience to sink directly into the subconscious, fostering a deeper state of relaxation. It's an invitation to simply feel and observe, rather than to process and understand. This lack of verbal instruction makes the experience universally accessible, transcending language barriers and allowing the natural sounds and visuals to communicate directly with the individual's inherent capacity for peace. It's a silent conversation between the soul and nature, facilitated by art and sound. For those who struggle with racing thoughts at bedtime, these scrolls offer a gentle distraction, a soft focus point that keeps the mind from spiraling into anxiety. Instead of fighting against unwanted thoughts, the mind is given something pleasant and soothing to attend to, a beautiful scene to gaze upon, a tranquil soundscape to listen to. It's not about erasing thoughts, but about gently redirecting them towards pathways of peace. The continuous, unfolding nature of the scroll means there's no abrupt end, no sudden stop that might jolt the mind back to awareness. It's a sustained, unbroken descent into calm. The visual cues within the manga are intentionally subtle and repetitive in their calming themes, a character's slow breath, the gentle movement of water or leaves, to further reinforce this redirection towards stillness and away from internal chatter. The choice of manga as the artistic medium also opens up a vast array of expressive possibilities. From highly detailed, realistic renderings of nature to more stylized, dreamlike interpretations, the flexibility of the style allows for a broad spectrum of aesthetic approaches, all unified by the goal of tranquility. Imagine a scroll where the art leans into a more ethereal, almost spiritual depiction of nature, where trees seem to glow with an inner light and water shimmers with otherworldly energy. Such artistic choices, when paired with the right soundscape, could evoke a profound sense of wonder and connection, further deepening the meditative aspect of the experience. The use of color palettes would also be crucial, favoring soft, muted tones and natural gradients that soothe the eyes rather than stimulate them. The careful crafting of each panel, each stroke of the artist's pen, contributes to an overall feeling of harmony and balance. Consider how a campfire crackle serenade scroll might unfold. The panels would illustrate a serene evening scene, a small, carefully built campfire, its flames dancing warmly against the cool night air, surrounded by a peaceful setting, perhaps a cozy tent or a clear view of the stars. The soundscape would be dominated by the comforting, irregular rhythm of wood crackling and popping, the occasional hiss of sap, and the deep, resonant warmth of the fire's heart. Visuals might include close-ups of sparks ascending into the darkness, the hypnotic sway of flames, or figures quietly gathered around, lost in contemplation. This particular sound carries an ancient reassurance, a primal sense of safety and community that can be deeply calming. It connects us to a time when fire meant protection and warmth in the vast wilderness. The manga art would emphasize the play of light and shadow, the warm glow on faces, the ethereal quality of smoke rising, all enhancing the feeling of security and peace that a well-tended fire provides. The irregular yet constant nature of the crackling sound prevents monotony while maintaining a deeply soothing effect, perfect for lulling one to sleep. The holistic nature of the Whispering Willow manga scrolls is what truly sets them apart. It's not just a visual aid or just a sound machine. It's an integrated, carefully designed experience that engages multiple senses in a harmonious dance towards relaxation. The subtle interplay between what is seen and what is heard creates a more potent and immersive effect than either element could achieve on its own. This synergy maximizes the potential for the user to reach a state of profound calm, making it an invaluable tool for stress reduction and sleep induction. It's about creating a personal, portable sanctuary, a space where the mind can truly unwind and let go. The consistent tone and pace, both visually and audibly, ensure that the user remains gently cradled in this sanctuary, without interruption or sudden shifts that might disrupt the delicate state of relaxation. The developmental process for each scroll would be meticulous, involving a collaboration between manga artists, sound designers, and perhaps even sleep researchers. Each element would be carefully tested and refined to ensure its effectiveness in promoting calm and sleep. The selection of natural sounds, for instance, wouldn't be random. It would be based on their known physiological effects on the human body, such as their ability to lower heart rate and blood pressure, and to encourage brainwave states associated with relaxation. Similarly, the visual narrative would be constructed to avoid any elements that might inadvertently stimulate or create tension, focusing instead on serene compositions, gentle movements, and soothing color palettes. This scientific approach, blended with artistic intuition, is key to the scroll's efficacy. The feedback loop during development would be crucial to fine-tune the sensory experience, ensuring that every detail contributes to the overarching goal of deep relaxation. Envisioning a scroll called Zen Garden Meditations. This one might feature delicate manga illustrations of meticulously raked sand, strategically placed stones, and sparse, elegant flora within a traditional Japanese garden. The soundscape would be extremely subtle, perhaps the soft, almost imperceptible whisper of fine gravel being smoothed, the distant drip of a shishiodoshi, bamboo water fountain, at irregular intervals, or the faint, musical chime of wind bells in a gentle breeze. The visual narrative would emphasize stillness, balance, and the beauty of minimalism. Characters might be depicted in quiet contemplation, performing slow, deliberate movements like sweeping leaves or simply sitting in meditation. The focus here would be on creating a vast sense of open space and quiet contemplation, where every element has its place and purpose, fostering a clear and uncluttered mind. The sounds would be carefully spaced, allowing for periods of pure, profound silence, which can be just as powerful as sound in guiding the mind towards peace. The precise geometric patterns of the raked sand, the carefully pruned bonsai, and the interplay of light and shadow would be rendered with exquisite detail, inviting a visual meditation. The accessibility of these scrolls is also a key consideration. While the concept of a physical scroll is evocative, the primary medium would likely be digital, accessible through an app or a dedicated platform. This allows for portability and ease of use, making the tranquil experience available whenever and wherever it's needed. The digital format also allows for dynamic elements, where the visuals might have subtle animations, a leaf gently falling, a cloud slowly drifting, further enhancing the sense of organic movement and life within the static panels. The interface would be clean, intuitive, and distraction-free, ensuring that the technology itself doesn't become a barrier to relaxation. Users could select scrolls based on their preferred nature sound or visual theme, creating a personalized pathway to peace. The long-term benefits of regular engagement with Whispering Willow manga scrolls could extend beyond immediate calm and sleep. By consistently offering the mind and body an opportunity to unwind in such a gentle and immersive way, these scrolls could contribute to reduced overall stress levels, improved emotional regulation, and a greater sense of well-being. It's a practice of self-care, a conscious effort to carve out moments of peace in an often chaotic world. The cumulative effect of repeatedly immersing oneself in these tranquil narratives and soundscapes can reprogram the brain, making it easier to enter relaxed states naturally over time. It teaches the mind to anticipate and embrace these moments of stillness, fostering a healthier relationship with rest and self-soothing. Another compelling scroll idea could be Autumn Leaves Whisper. Imagine the visual narrative unfolding with manga panels depicting a vibrant autumn forest, leaves in fiery reds, warm oranges, and deep golds gently detaching from branches and spiraling to the ground. The accompanying soundscape would be dominated by the delicate, almost crunchy rustle of dry leaves being stirred by a gentle breeze, interspersed with the occasional soft plink of an acorn falling or the distant call of a migrating bird. The visuals would capture the ephemeral beauty of the season, the subtle shifts in light, the texture of the fallen leaves forming a soft carpet. Characters might be shown walking slowly through the forest, perhaps kicking through the leaves or simply sitting on a bench, wrapped in a warm scarf, observing the natural spectacle. The sound of rustling leaves is inherently comforting to many, evoking memories of crisp autumn days and a sense of gentle transition. It's a natural white noise, with enough variation to remain interesting but not distracting, perfectly suited for lulling the mind into a relaxed state. The vibrant colors, though potentially stimulating in other contexts, would be rendered with a soft, diffused quality, enhancing the sense of peace rather than excitement. The versatility of the manga scroll concept means that the themes could be endless, each offering a slightly different flavor of tranquility. From a deep dive into the sounds of a vibrant coral reef, with the gentle sway of underwater currents and the subtle clicks and hums of marine life, to the vast, silent expanse of a desert night, punctuated only by the distant calls of nocturnal creatures and the soft sigh of sand blown by the wind. Each scroll would be a unique journey, a carefully crafted sensory experience designed to transport the user to a place of inner peace. The challenge and beauty would be in translating these diverse natural environments into a cohesive and consistently calming manga, narrative, and soundscape. The educational aspect, though subtle, could also be woven into the fabric of these scrolls. While primarily focused on relaxation, the exquisite detail in depicting various natural environments could foster a deeper appreciation and connection to the natural world. By immersing oneself in the beauty of a forest, a beach, or a mountain stream, one might feel a renewed sense of responsibility and reverence for these precious ecosystems. This indirect educational benefit adds another layer of value to the Whispering Willow manga scrolls, subtly encouraging environmental awareness through art and sound. It's a quiet reminder of the interconnectedness of all life and the vital importance of preserving the natural harmony that these scrolls celebrate. Ultimately, the Whispering Willow manga scrolls represent a conscious effort to harness the power of art and nature to address one of the most pervasive challenges of modern life, the struggle to find calm and achieve restorative sleep. By offering a uniquely immersive, multisensory experience that is both beautiful and deeply soothing, these scrolls aim to provide a gentle, yet profound, pathway to inner peace. They are not just stories to be read or sounds to be heard. They are invitations to a deeper state of being, a journey into the heart of tranquility, one whisper, one brushstroke, one gentle sound at a time. It's about creating a space where the mind can finally rest, where the body can truly relax, and where the spirit can be renewed. This deliberate creation of a sanctuary, accessible at any moment, speaks to a fundamental human need for respite and reconnection with the primal sources of peace. The continuous flow, the absence of sharp contrasts, the steady rhythm, all contribute to a feeling of being cradled by nature itself, guiding you effortlessly towards a profound and peaceful slumber. The soft, expressive eyes of the characters gazing out into the tranquil landscapes, the gentle sway of a willow branch, the distant call of a bird, every element is designed to resonate with a quiet understanding, a shared journey into the soothing heart of the natural world, allowing every fiber of your being to slowly unwind, finding comfort and solace in the whispered stories of earth and sky. It's a gentle unfolding, a quiet revelation of peace that settles deep within, inviting sleep like a familiar, welcome friend. The subtle interplay of light and shadow within the manga panels further enhances this sense of depth and tranquility, making the visual experience as rich and enveloping as the soundscape itself. Each detail, no matter how small, is a brushstroke in a larger tapestry of calm, weaving together to form an unbroken path to serenity, easing the mind into a state of blissful oblivion. It is a slow dance with peace, a whispered lullaby for the soul, drawing you deeper and deeper into a world where only calm prevails and rest is absolute. The gentle progression of the narrative, without sudden shifts or jarring events, ensures that the mind remains undisturbed, softly carried along by the currents of tranquility. This sustained serenity is the ultimate goal, a continuous embrace of peace that makes the Whispering Willow manga scrolls more than just content, but a truly therapeutic experience. The rhythmic patterns, both visual and auditory, resonate with the body's natural rhythms, facilitating a harmonious descent into deep, restorative sleep. It is an art form dedicated entirely to the subtle art of letting go, of surrendering to the quiet beauty that surrounds us, both in the natural world and within the carefully crafted sanctuary of these scrolls. The intricate designs, the delicate shading, the expressive fluidity of the manga style all work in concert to create a visual journey that is as captivating as it is calming, a perfect counterpoint to the enveloping sounds. This continuous, unbroken flow is essential, ensuring that no sudden jolt or change in rhythm disrupts the delicate state of pre-sleep relaxation. The very act of engaging with these scrolls becomes a ritual of winding down, a gentle signal to the body and mind that it is time to release the day's tensions and embrace the profound peace of the night. Each image, each sound, is a soft, comforting presence, guiding the listener towards a deeper, more peaceful state of being, where the worries of the world gently recede, replaced by a profound sense of calm and well-being. This immersive quality is what transforms a simple reading experience into a meditative journey, a continuous stream of tranquility that washes over the senses, leaving behind only peace. The carefully chosen color palettes, often leaning towards muted greens, soft blues, and warm earth tones, further enhance this calming effect, ensuring that the visual input is as soothing as the auditory. It is a testament to the power of thoughtful design, blending ancient storytelling traditions with modern understanding of sensory immersion to create something truly unique and deeply effective for promoting calm and restorative sleep. The continuous nature of the experience is paramount, preventing any abrupt interruptions that might disrupt the fragile state of relaxation that is so vital for falling asleep peacefully. The gentle unfolding of the narrative, like a dream slowly taking shape, ensures a smooth and uninterrupted journey into the realm of tranquility. Every detail is meticulously crafted to contribute to this seamless flow, from the gradual transitions between panels to the subtle shifts in the ambient soundscape. It's an unbroken melody for the mind, a visual poem for the soul, guiding you gently, persistently, towards the ultimate embrace of sleep. The subtle cues, the unhurried pace, the consistent atmosphere, all coalesce into a singular experience of deep, sustained calm. The characters, often depicted in states of peaceful contemplation or gentle interaction with their natural surroundings, serve as silent guides, mirroring the user's own desired state of serenity. Their quiet presence reinforces the theme of peaceful coexistence with nature, further deepening the overall sense of tranquility. The Whispering Willow manga scrolls are, in essence, a prolonged exhale for the busy mind, a continuous sigh of relief that invites complete surrender to the moment, and ultimately to the profound peace of sleep. This unwavering commitment to uninterrupted calm is the core of their design and their enduring appeal. The very essence of the Whispering Willow manga scrolls lies in this continuity, this unbroken thread of sensory experience that gently leads the mind from wakefulness to a state of profound peace. It's a journey without abrupt turns or sudden endings, designed to mimic the natural, gradual descent into slumber. Each rustle of leaves, each ripple on the water, each subtle shift in the manga's visual narrative contributes to this seamless flow, building a tapestry of calm that enfolds the senses entirely. The sustained presence of these soothing elements ensures that the mind never encounters a jarring break, allowing it to fully immerse itself in the tranquil world being presented. It's a continuous lullaby for the restless spirit, a gentle current carrying you steadily towards the shores of sleep, always and ever flowing. The deliberate lack of strong plot points or dramatic shifts in the visual narrative is key. Instead, the manga focuses on the subtle beauty of repetition and gentle variation, reinforcing the sense of ongoing tranquility. For instance, in a river flow meditation scroll, the visuals might consistently depict the gentle movement of water, from a wide shot of the river meandering through a landscape to a close-up of sunlight dappling on its surface, or the intricate dance of water plants swaying beneath the current. The accompanying sounds would be the steady, rhythmic flow of the river, perhaps with the occasional soft splash of a fish, or the distant call of a waterside bird, perfectly integrated into the continuous soundscape. The consistent, yet subtly varied, imagery and sound work together to create a deeply hypnotic effect, allowing the mind to gently disengage from its analytical functions and simply be in the moment. This continuous engagement without demanding active thought is what makes these scrolls so effective for winding down. The gentle, undulating patterns of the river, both visually and audibly, resonate with the body's own rhythms, encouraging a state of deep physiological and psychological relaxation. It's a living, breathing landscape brought to life through art and sound, a sanctuary for the mind to wander and find its stillness within. The characters, if present, would often be portrayed in a state of quiet observation, perhaps watching the river flow, reinforcing the theme of passive engagement and mindful presence. Their serene expressions and unhurried movements further contribute to the overall atmosphere of peace, serving as gentle anchors for the user's attention. The careful selection of natural sounds ensures there are no jarring elements, no unexpected loud noises that might break the spell of tranquility. Instead, each sound is a soft brushstroke in a larger auditory painting, seamlessly blended to create an enveloping and consistent ambience. The subtle nuances within the continuous sounds, like the slight shift in intensity of the rain or the varying patterns of wind through different types of foliage, provide enough interest to prevent monotony without ever becoming stimulating. This careful balance is crucial for maintaining the deep state of relaxation necessary for preparing the mind and body for sleep. The very act of unrolling a metaphorical scroll or navigating its digital equivalent encourages a slow, deliberate pace, contrasting sharply with the rapid consumption of most modern media. This unhurried engagement is a fundamental part of the therapeutic process, teaching the mind to slow down and savor each moment of tranquility. The design philosophy is rooted in creating an experience that is anti-stimulus, focused entirely on de-escalation and soothing the nervous system. The visual textures in the manga, from the soft dappling of light through leaves to the gentle imperfections in a natural stone, are rendered with an attention to detail that invites a deeper, yet passive appreciation. This visual richness, combined with the layered soundscapes, ensures a multi-sensory immersion that is both profound and profoundly calming. The absence of complex plots or character arcs frees the mind from the need to follow a story actively, allowing it to simply drift and absorb the calming essence of the scenes. It's a journey not of destination, but of being, a continuous present moment filled with quiet beauty and gentle sounds. The recurring motifs of nature's cycles, the rise and fall of tides, the gentle sway of trees, the persistent flow of water, reinforce a sense of natural order and peace, reminding the user of the world's inherent rhythm, independent of human worries. These universal themes resonate deeply, tapping into a collective unconscious yearning for connection with the natural world. The very format of the scroll encourages a long, uninterrupted narrative, perfectly aligning with the goal of creating an endless, soothing flow. There are no chapters to mark, no breaks to pause for, simply a continuous unveiling of peace, one frame and one sound at a time. This deliberate continuity is a powerful psychological tool, signaling to the brain that there is no need to anticipate an end, no need to remain alert, just an invitation to surrender to the ongoing calm. The gentle, almost hypnotic repetition of certain visual elements, like falling leaves or moving clouds, when subtly animated in a digital format, further enhances this continuous, dreamlike quality. It's an immersive experience designed to transport the user fully, leaving the stresses of the day far behind. The carefully chosen color palettes for each scroll would always lean towards soft, muted, and harmonious tones, avoiding any sharp contrasts or overly vibrant hues that might stimulate the eyes. This visual consistency is as important as the auditory one in maintaining the deeply relaxing atmosphere. The overall aesthetic is one of understated beauty, allowing the inherent calm of the natural scenes to shine through without artificial embellishment. The Whispering Willow manga scrolls are not just about providing sounds and images, they are about cultivating a feeling of absolute safety, comfort, and peace, sustained and unbroken, allowing the mind and body to gently release all tension and drift effortlessly into the realm of sleep. It's a quiet revolution against the clamor of the modern world, offering a continuous, gentle hand to guide you back to your most fundamental state of rest. The soft, rhythmic qualities inherent in natural phenomena, the steady pulse of waves, the irregular yet constant patter of rain, are meticulously captured and reproduced to create an auditory environment that supports and enhances the journey to sleep. The visual language of manga, with its capacity for expressing deep emotion through subtle gestures and evocative landscapes, becomes a perfect vehicle for this wordless narrative of tranquility. The smooth transitions between scenes, both visually and audibly, are paramount, preventing any sense of disruption or abruptness that could break the spell of calm. Every element is designed to flow seamlessly into the next, creating a truly continuous, immersive experience. The deliberate focus on natural, organic forms and movements within the art also contributes to this sense of fluidity and peace, reinforcing the connection to the Earth's own gentle rhythms. It is this unwavering commitment to continuity and subtle immersion that truly defines the Whispering Willow manga scrolls as a unique and powerful tool for cultivating calm and deep